Hi, so for my Common Sense Education slideshow, we're going to be discussing Pause for People. It is for kindergartners, and you could even do preschoolers, but it might be a little bit harder for them to understand. So, what this Pause for People is discussing is teaching students to turn off technology when told to, and when it is the appropriate time to. So, some vocabulary that we'll discuss is devise, frustrated, and pause. So, to start, it starts with talking about how it makes them feel when they're told to get off of technology, and then why they feel frustrated and what frustrated means. And then finally, we'll talk about doing things even though we don't want to do them, like turning off technology. And then we'll teach them a little chant, just so that they can say it to themselves, especially when they're in kindergarten, because chants are good for them. So it starts with pause, breathe, and finish up. So you'll do the motions with them and you'll say pause, breathe, finish up. And you can even do a poster with this and post it in your classroom so that they can see it when they're using technology. And then finally, you'll give them different scenarios and you'll act it out with them, just like them pretending to play on a computer, and then you say, all done, and then they work through it and do it. So finally, we do a little reflection and we talk about why we get frustrated, why it's important to turn technology off, and just talk about where other places that they can do it outside of school. So then, for a little extra activity, I found a Sesame Street video that talks about a device-free dinner, and in the video, it shows all of the characters from Sesame Street getting rid of their phones and putting them in trash cans, in drawers, to have a phone-free dinner. And then I also found this, which is a technology ticket. So with the technology ticket, they earn the ticket, and after that, it gives them a specific amount of time that they get to be on the technology, and then they know after that 15 minutes that they're all done. So one of the ITSE standards that it falls under is digital citizenship, and it is for students. And it specifically lines up with Part C to demonstrate an understanding of and respect for the rights and obligations of using and sharing intellectual property. So it kind of goes with it with just by saying they have to respect the right that they might be using someone else's technology, and that when they say it's time to be done, that means it's time to be done. And then for a educator standard, I chose citizen, and for 3C, to mentor students in safe, legal, and ethical practices with digital tools and the protection of intellectual rights and property. So this is teaching them when they can use those tools again, and when teachers say it's time to be done in a safe manner, that it's time to be done. So some other ways that this is really important is that it prevents fights. It teaches students later on in life when to follow boundaries of, I should probably be done using technology. And it just overall, it creates a healthier relationship with technology.